Ben Grounds host commentator 1703. Thank you and good evening. Thank you for joining us today as we sign off for the evening with another day of the transfer window set to wind down. While Kyle Walker-Peters and Craig Dawson sign new deals with Tottenham and West Brom respectively, the biggest news of the day most certainly came from Wayne Rooney, who announced his retirement from international football. For more reaction from the Everton striker's decision to call time on his England career, and all the latest transfer news, stay on our homepage. Pleased to join us again for another transfer news live from 9 AM tomorrow. Cheerio. Wayne Rooney will now focus on his club career at Everton, having retired from England duty 1658, getting ready to face the music Jono Spencer. Barcelona target Philippe Coutinho has been taking his mind off talk regarding his future by enjoying a trip to the barbers. The Brazilian midfielder was spotted taking a trip to get a fresh haircut on Wednesday in Liverpool. The 25-year-old, who is currently recovering from a back injury and has missed Jurgen Klopp's side's opening matches of the season, was snapped walking the streets of Liverpool with his entourage. Read the full story here. Liverpool midfielder Philippe Coutinho was spotted on a trip to the barbers on Wednesday. 1654 done deal. Rigoni joins Zenit from Independiente. Emiliano Rigoni has joined Zenit St. Petersburg from Independiente for a reported £8.10 million, signing a 4-year contract. The Argentine midfielder played 47 games for Independiente, scoring 13 goals with 7 assists before earning his move to Zenit. The 24-year-old has already been involved in his first training session with his new team, and will be unveiled to supporters before the Europa League clash against Utrecht on Thursday. 1638 Chelsea trio, but there are no plans to replace Conte. Simon Jones. Chelsea are considering Antonio Candreva at Inter Milan plus Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Ross Barkley. Eden Hazard is continuing his recovery but is still short of full fitness, even though Belgium are considering calling him up for the forthcoming internationals. Meanwhile, Chelsea have no plans to approach Thomas Tuchel, the former Borussia Dortmund coach. Though bookmakers have made Antonio Conte fourth favourite for the sack, the Italian is still considered a top coach by Chelsea's hierarchy despite differences over the recruitment plans. Tuchel impressed at times at Dortmund but did not enjoy the most harmonious relationship with club officials and players. Inter Milan's Antonio Candreva is one of 3 players on Chelsea boss Antonio Conte's wishlist. 1634 Do Liverpool have the squad to compete in the Champions League? Adam Shergold. Liverpool should secure the return to European football's elite on Wednesday evening when they reconvene with German side Hoffenheim in the Champions League playoff. A dazzling free kick by Trent Alexander-Arnold and an own goal by Havard Nordvi secured the Reds a 21 first-leg win away from home, and they are odds-on favourites to complete their job at Anfield. Bundesliga side Hoffenheim, however, may prove a rather gentle reintroduction to Champions League football, with so many stellar names lying in wait in the group stage and beyond to offer Liverpool a true test. Read the full story here. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp will look to secure his side's progress against Hoffenheim tonight. 1631 Is Kiedo in line for Brighton debut at Watford? Brighton boss Chris Hughton's attacking options will be boosted when they head to Watford on Saturday. Glenn Murray will be fit after missing the 10 Carabao Cup win over Barnet with an ankle knock. Anthony Knockaert is in line for a first Premier League start of the season, and Colombian winger Jose Izquierdo could make his debut following his club record switch from Club Brugge. And Hughton is also looking forward to welcoming 21-year-old Ghana frontman Raphael Dwamena, who has agreed a move from FC Zurich subject to a medical, work permit and international clearance. Read the full article here. Jose Izquierdo could make his debut following his club record switch from Club Brugge. 1623 Magpies looking to offload Riviere and De Jong. Simon Jones. Newcastle striker Emmanuel Riviere is talking over a move to Metz, while teammate Siem De Jong is poised to rejoin Ajax. Riviere, 27, signed from Monaco in the summer of 2014, and was told to find a new club this summer by manager Rafa Benitez. He has opened negotiations with French side Metz over a 2-year deal. Reading had agreed to sign De Jong for £2 million on a 3-year deal, but the 28-year-old has turned down the Championship side and agreed to take a pay cut at Ajax, where he spent 7 years until joining Newcastle in 2014. Rafa Benitez hopes the departure will free up more transfer funds. Ajax, meanwhile, have rejected a £40 million bid from Monaco for coveted 19-year-old striker Kasper Dolberg. Striker Emmanuel Riviere is negotiating a move away from Newcastle to Met. 16-19 Robles not heading to Deportivo. Everton goalkeeper Joel Robles' hopes of joining Deportivo La Coruña have been dashed due to the La Liga club's financial position. Marca are reporting that Robles will not be moving back to Spain, with the newspaper reporting the deal has fallen through due to economic differences. Robles needs to get his career back on track after falling down the pecking order at Everton, behind both number 1 Jordan Pickford and Martin Stecklenburg. Joel Robles could yet leave Everton this summer, having fallen down to third-choice goalkeeper. 16-11 Leeds set to start wood spending with Grot Simon Jones. Leeds United hope to finalise a £1.5 million deal for Holland U19 international forward J. Roy Grot from NEC. Leeds sold Chris Wood to Burnley this week for £15 million and have terminated the contract of Süleyman Dukara by mutual consent, who is joining Osmanlispor in Turkey. They have been rebuffed in a £6 million bid for Middlesbrough's Rudy Gestede, but will try again despite Gary Monk wanting to keep hold of the Benin international. Preston North End's Jordan Hugill and Jordan Rhodes of Sheffield Wednesday remain on the radar too. J. Roy Grot is closing in on a £1.5 million move to Leeds United. 1602 Chelsea yet to make Vardy move. Simon Jones. Chelsea have yet to make a move for Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy. The England international remains a name on the radar as they consider forward options, with the transfer window drawing to a close. Swansea City's Fernando Llorente is understood to be under consideration, while Vardy's teammate midfielder Danny Drinkwater is the subject of ongoing transfer negotiations as the club's close on a £40 million agreement. Leicester City's Jamie Vardy could be set to join Chelsea late on this summer. 15:53 Spurs close to Aurier deal. Tottenham have already had a busy day and they could be set to announce a third summer signing. Mauricio Pochettino is looking to replace Kyle Walker by finalising a deal with Paris Saint-Germain for Serge Aurier. According to the Evening Standard, Aurier has been offered a 5-year deal with the clubs close to agreeing a fee in the region of £23 million. Serge Aurier could be set to join Tottenham in a £23 million deal from Paris Saint-Germain. 15:36 Redknapp update on Boris Schotten pursuit. Birmingham manager Harry Redknapp has revealed the club are close to selling Ryan Schotten to Middlesbrough, but the transfer depends on the Blues finding a suitable alternative. "We've done a deal with Borough. Ryan wants to go, but we're looking for a replacement," he said. "We've been trying to get one in, but I can only spend on a replacement what I get for Ryan. At the moment, the replacement I wanted is a bit more than I'd be getting for Ryan, so it's a bit of a stalemate, really." Ryan Schotten is keen to join Middlesbrough, but Birmingham need to find a replacement. 15:24 Done deal. Don's loan Forester. AFC Wimbledon have completed the season-long loan signing of Harry Forester from Glasgow Rangers. Forester becomes the Dons' 8th summer signing and will wear the number 1 shirt at the League One club. He said, "I'm glad it's finally over the line as it's taken a bit longer than we both planned, but I'm very happy to be here and get started. I'm keen to get back out on the pitch as I haven't played for a few months." 14:04 Done deal. Tottenham make Gazzaniga second summer signing. Tottenham are having quite the productive day. Having announced the new deal for Kyle Walker-Peters, Paulo Gazzaniga has now joined the club to provide competition for Hugo Lloris. The Argentine goalkeeper has signed a contract with the club until 2022 and will wear the number 22 shirt. Gazzaniga will be third-choice stopper behind Lloris and Michel Vorm. Pau Lopez returned to Espanyol in the summer. Read the full story here. 14:02 Done deal. Osmanlispor signed Dukara from Leeds. Leeds United have terminated Süleyman Dukara's contract by mutual consent. He has joined Osmanlispor in Turkey on a free transfer. The Senegal striker has signed a 2-year deal with the Turkish outfit. Osmanlispor have signed striker Süleyman Dukara on a 2-year contract from Leeds. 13:44 Cherries preparing improved bid for Gray. Laurie Whitwell. Bournemouth are preparing an improved bid for Demarai Gray, potentially worth up to £26 million, including add-ons. Eddie Howe is a long-term admirer, having tracked Gray since his time at Birmingham, and saw an initial £20 million bid rejected by Leicester earlier in the window. The winger impressed again on Tuesday night by scoring a spectacular goal and assisting another in the Carabao Cup win over Sheffield United, but is expected to return to the bench for Saturday's trip to Manchester United. Read the full story here. Bournemouth are weighing up making a bid worth up to £26 million for Demarai Gray. 1327 Man City target Evans included in Northern Ireland squad. Manchester City target Johnny Evans has been included in Northern Ireland's squad for next month's World Cup qualifiers despite a hamstring concern. West Brom last week rejected an offer from City for the 29-year-old defender Evans, with Baggies boss Tony Pulis adamant his captain's absence so far this season is a result of a nagging hamstring issue rather than the interest in him. Pulis stressed on Tuesday that Evans will play on Sunday against Stoke if he is fit, and Michael O'Neill has named him in his 25-man group for Northern Ireland's games against San Marino and Czech Republic in September. Johnny Evans has been included in the Northern Ireland squad for the World Cup qualifiers. 1320 Rooney picture special. Every one of strikers 53 England strikes Adam Shergold. Wayne Rooney has announced his retirement from international football following 17 years, 119 caps and 53 goals for the England team. He was a fresh-faced 17-year-old when he opened his account in European Championship qualifier in Macedonia back in 2003, and number 53 came against Iceland in last summer's European Championship finals. Here, Sportsmail takes a look back at every one of his England strikes. Click here for the full picture special. The striker has scored 53 times for his country, making him England's all-time record goal scorer. 1318 Wayne Rooney's England retirement. 10 good, bad and ugly moments. Matt Smith. Since making his England debut in 2003, Wayne Rooney has had one of the most extraordinary international careers of all time. In some moments he showed why he is regarded as one of the best ever to wear the three lions. At other times he courted controversy, or failed to live up to massive expectations. Here are the top 10 defining moments from Rooney's England career, confined to events on the pitch. Read the full story. Since making his debut, Wayne Rooney has had one of the most extraordinary England careers. 1301 Breaking news. Wayne Rooney retires from England duties. Sammy Mokbel. England's record goal scorer Wayne Rooney has announced his retirement from international football with immediate effect. Rooney said, "It was great that Gareth Southgate called me this week to tell me he wanted me back in the England squad for the upcoming matches. I really appreciated that. However, having already thought long and hard, I told Gareth that I had now decided to retire for good from international football." Read the full story here. Wayne Rooney has called time on his England career after scoring a record 53 goals in 119 caps. 1227 Is Benitez negativity affecting future signings? Craig Hope. Rafa Benitez has rejected claims that his negativity is rubbing off on Newcastle United's players. Ex-Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher believes his former boss has made too much of his unhappiness at St James Park this summer and it has affected the team. Benitez has repeatedly let it be known that he feels let down by the transfer budget afforded to him by owner Mike Ashley. Read the full article. Newcastle manager Rafa Benitez has rejected talk of his negativity rubbing off on his players. 1221 Matuidi delights Juventus fans at official unveiling. Tom Bassam. On his official unveiling as a Juventus player, Blaise Matuidi spoke of his honor joining the storied Italian giants. The French midfielder, 30, bade an emotional farewell to former club Paris Saint-Germain at the weekend. Matuidi was afforded a guard of honor by his old teammates at the Parc des Princes before the win over Toulouse. After his £18.5 million move last week, Matuidi has now been officially presented in Turin. He delighted fans in attendance at Juventus Centre in Vinovo by taking pictures with them and talking of his passion for his new club. Click here to read the full article on his unveiling as a Juventus player. Blaise Matuidi spoke of his honor joining the club. 1217 Antalyaspor signing Nasri introduced to club's fans. Robert Summerscales. Antalyaspor signing Samir Nasri was introduced to the club's fans and then his new teammates on a busy Tuesday. Less than 24 hours on from completing a £3.2 million move from Manchester City, the former France international was unveiled in front of a large crowd in Antalya. Nasri, who will make his debut against Malatyaspor on Saturday, shook hands with some members of his adoring public and also threw a football to one lucky fan. Read the full story. Former Manchester City star Samir Nasri was introduced to the Antalyaspor fans on Tuesday 12:05. Boca threatened legal action against Shanghai over Tevez. Boca Juniors president Daniel Angelicki has threatened to take Shanghai Shenhua to the Court of Arbitration for Sportcast to demand payment of more than $3 million. £2.3 million related to the transfer of striker Carlos Tevez. Tevez joined Shenhua in January for a transfer fee in the region of €11 million, £10 million, and Angelicki claims the Chinese side have not paid the Argentine club since the initial payment was made when the transfer was completed. We are preparing a claim to present to the Court of Arbitration for Sport because we have written several times to the club and have had no response, Angelicki told local media, claiming Shenhua owed Boca more than $3 million. Read the full story here. Boca Juniors are threatening legal action against Shanghai Shenhua for the Carlos Tevez deal. 11:57 dumped out of the Champions League. Is Mario on the move? Matt in Maltby. Nice manager Lucien Favre has sensationally blasted Mario Balotelli for not giving enough against Napoli after the Italian striker was jeered by his own supporters. Napoli cruised into the Champions League group stage with a 20-win away to Nice on Tuesday, scoring the first goal as Balotelli was arguing with match officials on the touchline. Balotelli, who missed the first leg through injury, was sluggish, off the pace and never threatened the Napoli goal, and the maverick Italian was eventually substituted during the second half to jeers from the home fans. Read the full story. Mario Balotelli wasn't the flavour of the month among Nice fans against Napoli on Tuesday. 11:53 done deal. Mason joins Brewers from Wolves on loan. Burton Albion have completed the loan signing of Joe Mason from Wolves until January 2. Mason joins the fellow championship club in search of first-team football, having fallen down the pecking order under Nuno Espiritu Santo. The 26-year-old told the club's website, "I came to watch the game against Birmingham on Friday and I was impressed with what I saw, and now I'm really happy to be here and for it to be all signed up. I think it will suit me really well, the way the team plays. I know the league really well. It's relentless, but I feel I can help the team and I'm really looking forward to it." 11:47 Berbatov heads to Indian Super League. Indian Super League's Kerala Blasters have signed former Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur striker Dimitar Berbatov ahead of the 201,718 season, the player's agent said on Wednesday. The 36-year-old, who has signed a one-year contract, was a free agent after leaving the Greek side PAOK Salonika in June 2016. Berbatov, named Bulgaria's Footballer of the Year on 7 occasions, has also played for Monaco. 11:38 Dawson signs new Baggies deal. Craig Dawson has signed a new 2-year deal at West Brom. The centre-back, who has been used this season at full-back, has signed until summer 2020. "I've always felt very settled here and am delighted to have reached this agreement," said the 27-year-old defender, who signed from Rochdale in 2010. "It has been quite a journey so far, but I still feel there is a lot more of the journey to come. I've watched the club come through a challenging spell and like to feel I have played my part in helping us improve, step by step." Craig Dawson has played a key role in helping West Brom to a winning start this term. 11:24 Inter look to sign Arsenal defender Mustafi Sami. Mokbel. Inter Milan have launched a late transfer window swoop for Arsenal defender Shkodran Mustafi. The deal would see the Italian club take the Germany international on loan with a view to signing him permanently next season for in the region of £25 million. Having only signed Mustafi at the start of last season for £35 million, it remains to be seen whether Arsenal would consider letting the defender leave. Read the full story here. Arsenal defender Shkodran Mustafi is a target for Inter Milan in an initial loan deal. 11:22 Klopp reveals Coutinho has been ill but everything is 100% cool. Jack Gork and Jurgen Klopp is focused on recreating fabled Anfield nights as the Liverpool manager revealed Philippe Coutinho has been absent from Melwood this week. Coutinho, who has angled for a move to Barcelona all month, has been kept away from the club's training base with an illness ahead of Wednesday's Champions League playoff against Hoffenheim. Klopp speaking before it emerged Barcelona will return with a fourth bid for Coutinho on Wednesday, rejected suggestions the pair's relationship had deteriorated. Click here for the full story. Jurgen Klopp will welcome back Philippe Coutinho into the Liverpool squad with open arms. 11:17 Burnley close to agreeing £9 million deal for Lorient's Majid Waris. Simon Jones. Burnley are closing in on a £9 million deal for Lorient forward Abdul Majid Waris. Sean Dyche is hopeful the deal can completed this week to join £15 million man Chris Wood through the door at Burnley. West Ham, West Brom and Brighton were all tracking Waris, but the Clarets are set to beat them in the race for his signature. Click here for the full article. Burnley are edging closer to completing a £9 million deal for Lorient forward Abdul Majid Waris. 11:12 Cardiff and Hull in for Fleetwood left-back Belsami Mokbel. Cardiff and Hull are battling it out for the signature of Fleetwood left-back Amri Bell. The defender is attracting significant attention from a number of championship sides ahead of next week's transfer deadline. And Cardiff, who have already had an offer rejected, and Hull are understood to be leading the queue for the 23-year-old. Read the full story. Fleetwood left-back Amri Bell is championship-bound with Cardiff and Hull in pole position. 11:06 Done deal. Abdelhamid Sabiri signs for Huddersfield. Abdelhamid Sabiri has joined Huddersfield Town from Nuremberg for £1 million. The 20-year-old has put pen to paper on a 3-year contract with the Terriers running until the summer of 2020, with the Terriers having the option of a further year's extension at the point. Huddersfield Town boss David Wagner said, "I'm very happy that we have been able to add Abdelhamid to our squad in this summer window. He is one of the most exciting talents from the German leagues. We needed another natural number 10 in our squad and he gives us a good option in all the attacking midfield areas." 10:54 Huddersfield poised to make Sabiri signing. Laurie Whitwell. Huddersfield Town are set to sign highly rated Nuremberg playmaker Abdelhamid Sabiri in David Wagner's 10th summer transfer. Sabiri, a 20-year-old Moroccan, scored 5 goals in 9 games in the German second division last season and is viewed as having great potential. Huddersfield made an inquiry in late July and have been working on a permanent move since, with a fee of around £1 million understood to have been agreed. Click here for the full article. Huddersfield Town are set to sign highly rated Nuremberg playmaker Abdelhamid Sabiri. 10:51 Barcelona announced signing of Angel Di Maria from PSG. Adam Shergold. Barcelona announced the signing of Angel Di Maria from Paris Saint-Germain in the early hours of Wednesday morning after their official Twitter account was hacked. Fans around the world were thrown into a frenzy when the club's account tweeted "Welcome Angel Di Maria to FC Barcelona Di Maria FCB" early on Wednesday. The tweet continuously disappeared and then reappeared on Barcelona's timeline over the course of the next hour as the club tried to regain control of their account from the hackers. Read the full story here. Fans around the world were left stunned by the news before Amin revealed it was a hoax. 10:46 How will Mourinho shuffle his attack once Ibrahimovic signs? Jack Gawkins. Zlatan Ibrahimovic aims to pull on a Manchester United shirt before the new year. An astonishing goal, really, given the cruciate ligament injury he is currently rehabilitating from. 9 months out nursing the problem is the going rate, but Ibrahimovic believes he can obliterate the time frame. At 35, it is an injury that probably should have ended his career. Yet he is different, someone who has seen this battle as a challenge, a superhuman, and if that sounds superfluous it is because in normal circumstances it probably would be. Click here for the full story. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's return to Manchester United is a surprise to no one at Old Trafford. 10:27 Ancelotti. Homegrown players a good answer to £198 million Neymar move. Adam Shergold. Bayern Munich manager Carlo Ancelotti says the club's new £65 million youth academy is a good answer to Paris Saint-Germain's world record purchase of Neymar. The German champions opened the new academy on Monday, with chief executive Karl-Heinz Rummenigge setting the goal of producing a first-team player every year. The statue of their FC Bayern campus, located close to their Allianz Arena stadium, boasts a small stadium, 7 other football pitches, sports hall, gymnasium, hills for sprints and accommodation for 35 boarders. Read the full story here. Carlo Ancelotti has backed Bayern Munich's vision to produce more homegrown players. 10:21 Barcelona target. Seri says he has not played his last game for Nice. Matt Smith. Jean-Michel Seri does not believe he has played his final game for Nice, despite interest from Barcelona. Barca looked set to pay the midfielder's £36 million release clause as they aim to add to the squad before the transfer window closes. However, Seri himself said that nothing has yet been finalized, although the 26-year-old admitted he was interested in the move. Click here for the full article. Jean-Michel Seri doesn't believe he has played his final Nice game despite Barcelona interest. 10:17 Diego orders the removal. Men Sammy Mokbel. Diego Costa has reinforced his stance of not returning to Chelsea by calling in the removal men to his Surrey home. The Premier League champions have ordered the Spain striker to return to the club despite the spat that has overshadowed the summer. But Costa is refusing to report back to the club's Cobham HQ, instead choosing to train alone in his native Brazil. Read the full story. Diego Costa has refused to report to Chelsea training and wants a move to Atletico Madrid. 10:14 Borough reject £9 million Lille bid for Traoré. Simon Jones. Middlesbrough have rejected a £9 million offer from Lille for winger Adama Traoré. The Championship club will allow the Spain U21 international to leave but want closer to £13.7 million and ideally want replacements in first. Huddersfield Town's Joe Lolly, Marvin Johnson at Oxford United and Liverpool's Ryan Kent have been considered. Read the full article here. Borough are prepared to part with Adama Traoré but want to secure a replacement before selling 1008. Swansea offer £2 million for PSV right-back Arias Sami Mokbel. Swansea have tabled a £2 million offer for PSV Eindhoven right-back Santiago Arias. The Colombia international is wanted by manager Paul Clement as he looks to bolster his squad ahead of next week's transfer deadline. The 25-year-old defender has 32 international caps and moved to Europe and Sporting Lisbon from his homeland in 2011. Click here to read the full story. Santiago Arias is the subject of a £2 million offer from Swansea, who want to bolster the squad. 1005 El Kayati leaves Rangers by mutual consent. Nasser El Kayati has terminated his contract at Queen's Park Rangers with immediate effect. The 28-year-old joined the Rs in January 2016 from Burton Albion and went on to make 25 appearances for the club, scoring 1 goal. He spent the second half of last season on loan with Eredivisie side ADO Den Haag. 1002 They are also staying elsewhere in Spain. Madrid-based Daily Marca have mocked rivals Barcelona by mirroring the words of Gerard Piqué in reporting that Real shall be extending the contracts of several stars. Piqué claimed that Neymar would stay at Barcelona, with the Brazilian making light of the comment upon the reunion this week. But Marca claimed that in the next few days Marcelo, Dani Carvajal, Isco all 2022, Zinedine Zidane 2020, Karim Benzema 2021, Rafael Varane 2022 and Marco Asensio 2023 will also sign new deals with increased clauses. Read the full story here. Real Madrid are set to announce the contract extensions of 7 key members including Zidane. 0951 Barcelona holds talks with Di Maria. Barcelona have advanced in the talks to sign Paris Saint-Germain winger Angel Di Maria, with the French club opening the door for the sale, according to Spanish Daily Sport. It had been thought that a move for the Argentine would have been difficult owing to the frayed relationship between the two clubs following the sale of Neymar, but it is believed they shall put the differences to one side if Barca's pursuit of Philippe Coutinho fails. The Spanish daily leads with Di Maria being described as the alternative to the Liverpool playmaker, while Ousmane Dembele and Nice's Jean-Michel Seri are also being linked once more with moves to the Nou camp. Angel Di Maria is Barcelona's alternative to Philippe Coutinho, according to Sport. 0944 Does Dyke have a point? Sean Dyche has had his say on the transfer market, believing that clubs have had no option but to spend huge sums of money given the snowball effect seen this summer. The Burnley manager made Chris Wood a club record signing when the striker signed from Leeds this week for a fee of around £15 million. Dyche said on the transfer fees 12 different clubs have broken the record this summer, because the market's saying you've got to. Burnley manager Sean Dyche has signed Chris Wood from Leeds United for a club record fee €937. Kyle Walker-Peters signs new Spurs deal. Tottenham fullback Kyle Walker-Peters has signed a new deal, extending his existing contract until June 2020. Walker-Peters impressed on his Premier League debut against Newcastle at St James Park, and Spurs have moved to tie him down to an improved contract after the sale of his namesake Kyle Walker to Manchester City for £54 million. In a short post on the club's Twitter page, the 20-year-old said buzzing to sign a new contract with Spurs. "Can't wait to see what the future holds. See you all soon." 0934 Barcelona is the dream for everyone. Matt in Maltby. Lorenzo Insigne has admitted playing for Barcelona would be a dream, but the forward is more than happy to remain in Italy with Napoli. The 26-year-old is among the transfer targets for the La Liga outfit, who lost Neymar in a world record £198 million move to Paris Saint-Germain this month. Insigne further enhanced his reputation on Tuesday night by scoring Napoli's second in the 20 Champions League playoff second leg victory over Nice. Read the full article here. Napoli forward Lorenzo Insigne has admitted playing for Barcelona would be a dream. 0928 Isami Southampton complete £15 million Hode signing Jack Bezant. Southampton have signed Holland centre-back Wesley Hode for £15 million from Serie A side Lazio, with vice-chairman Les Reed assuring fans he will partner one-away compatriot Virgil van Dijk in defence. The 23-year-old Hode has signed a 5-year deal at St Mary's and is the club's third summer signing. He will wear the number 6 shirt. Upon the deal being announced, Reed pointedly outlined the club's stance that Van Dijk will not be allowed to leave despite handing in a transfer request and being banished from first-team training. Read the full story here. Hode says joining Southampton was the next step and he wants to grow alongside the club. 0923 There's only one place to start. Pete Jensen. Barcelona will return with a sensational fourth bid worth £138 million for Liverpool's Philippe Coutinho. The Spanish giants will table the offer, worth £101 million up front at Liverpool, with an extra £37 million in bonuses for the 25-year-old. On Wednesday, the add-ons are understood to be linked to Champions League appearances and are easily achievable if he were to move to the Nou Camp. Read the full details from our back-page story. Barcelona are set to make a fourth bid for Philippe Coutinho. 0919 Good morning, hello and welcome to another day of Transfer News Live, where we shall keep you bang up to date with all the latest developments as Premier League clubs look to finalise the business in the summer window. Barcelona are expected to return today with a fourth bid for Liverpool playmaker Philippe Coutinho, while the future of Chelsea striker Diego Costa remains uncertain, with the Spaniard clearing his Surrey home. Chelsea are on the lookout still for a replacement for Nemanja Matic, and Sportsmail understands Antonio Conte has earmarked Everton's Idrissa Gueye should he fail in signing Danny Drinkwater from Leicester City. Stay with me, Ben Grounds, right here to find out precisely what happens today across all the transfers in the UK with 9 days left in the window. Liverpool fans will be desperately hoping Philippe Coutinho stays this season.